Hum. Opa, vambora. Pra missão do Xiao, né? Eu fiz que é essa, né? É essa. Sonho de uma borboleta, né? Onde é? 20. Ai, soninho chatinho, hein? Olha a Soraya, a Soraya, é só. O nome dela? Agora já foi. E tem os monstros ali. Vamos ver. Não! Na água. Ainda bem que eu tava com bastante vitamina, hein? Planície de. Seu corpo está emitindo, né, uma energia maléfica um tanto agitada. Sim, pai. Diferente. Não, a gente vai dar um jeito. Sim, somos heróis. Temos que nos envolver em tudo. Ai, velho. Oi, monstros. Ah, não sei. Tá em um mundo muito sem saída, melhor deixar assim. Morreu? Ih, rapaz, Shazam. Ih, eles foram embora. Será que ele é um adepto? Não, parece que era uma magia dos adeptos. Pode ser o Xiao disfarçado.
But the magic he was using seemed even more adeptus than Xiao's. Shall we go say hi?
Vamos, ué. Não estamos perdendo nada. É o Xiao, 100%. Ladrão de estrelas, senhor celestial.
Hello, allow us to introduce ourselves. This is...
Please, if you're here to thank me, there's no need. Cleansing the world of evil is
Será que é
the
o
duty
Xiao,
of
velho?
the Adepti.
Não sei se o Xiao pode se transformar em outra
One
pessoa.
certainly doesn't.
E
Wait,
passar, né?
who are you? One had assumed you were followers. But on
Aliás,
closer
esse
inspection,
cara
it seems that
não
we
é
have
o
not
Xiao,
met.
não. Eu acho que ele tá fazendo isso com os monstros e quer se tornar herói, né? Talvez. Nós somos viajantes, nós também estamos procurando por pistas dos adeptos. Né?
My name's Paimon, and this is my sidekick.
Then it is right that our paths coincide. One too shall introduce oneself, for it is good manners to comply. The one before you is the Adeptus, Master of
Pô,
Stars.
que eu sabe, os adeptos não tem esse nome não, hein?
Star Snatcher. One descended from one's mountain abode to cleanse the world of evil, whereupon fate saw fit that our paths should cross. Now, tell me that
Essa
which you wish
pegadinha, hein?
for.
Não vai não come essa história, não.
Paimon thought that the Adepti and Leela were just really good in battle. You mean you can grant people's wishes too?
There are different levels of Adepti. Are not the stars loftier than the mountains, clouds, and moon? Yet, it is unbecoming of an Adepti to boast of one's powers. One would have you first speak to one's followers.
Todo
and
mundo
only
tá
then make your
venerando
verdict.
ele, né? Vamos conversar com seus seguidores aí. Homem crente, comerciante crente, mulher crente, todas. Sei, né?
Have you seen the Master of Stars in action? His power truly hails from the divine. I believe that now there is finally some hope for my ailing father.
Sobre o Ladrão de Estrelas.
Watching him use his magic is all the proof you need. A true adeptus, no doubt about it. Not long ago, I sought some medicine from him on behalf of my ailing father. The difference with Boo Boo Pharmacy's prescriptions was like night and day, I tell you. Once it was boiled and ready, it gave off this really ethereal mist. Seemed pretty adeptal to me. Could have also been because there was mistflower in it, though. Adepti medicine is surely the most potent. My father will recover soon, I just know it. Sure, you have to make some sacrifices if you seek help from an adeptus like the Master of Stars. I had to give a few antiques as offerings. But my father's life is worth much more than a few old relics, right?
Talvez. Realmente, vamos falar com a mulher sempre aqui.
Finally, a life full of hope and purpose.
Sobre o Ladrão de Estrela.
Oh, are you believers too? After my fiancé had been left, I cried every day. But then I turned to the Master of Stars for help. At his suggestion, I started burning paintings of my fiancé and casting the ashes into the ocean at sunrise. I can't explain it, but it really worked. I know in my heart that he'll return. This is not some sort of positive thinking trick. I'm certain of it. I'm so overjoyed that I gave a portion of my wedding budget to the Master of Stars as an offering. After all, if not for him, I wouldn't be getting my fiancé back, in which case I wouldn't need it anyway.
Tá, vamos pro último aqui,
The
comerciante.
Millilith don't really need to do shifts when the Master of Stars is around.
Sobre o Ladrão de
I'm a
Estrela.
merchant, and I had an especially valuable batch of goods that needed transporting recently. So I asked the Master of Stars if he would make the journey with me, as presumptuous as that was. Reason being, monsters run a mile as soon as he so much as holds up his talisman. We didn't have the slightest bit of trouble the whole journey. It didn't come cheap, of course, but then soliciting the services of an adeptus is a monumental affair. Just look at the rite of dissension. So I can accept it, but I doubt that most from outside of Liyue would be willing to.
Os adeptos não costumam ficar muito tempo com os humanos, né? Tem algo de errado isso aí. É um
What do
façante.
you think? One's adherents may
Diria
exaggerate
que tudo
a
fruto
little,
da imaginação.
but they speak from the heart.
Bem direto assim com ele.
Surely you jest. There was once a senior adeptus, Xie Wuliang, known to the people as Liangzi. He said this: all things are connected. That which mortals call imagination is merely the bridge betwixt the spiritual and the material. In other words, their wishes are already on the path of transitioning into reality. Does this make things clearer?
Nope. It makes them way more complicated. But basically what you're saying is that their wishes can come true, right?
Right.
Indeed. You are perceptive, my diminutive friend.
Okay. So we also have one other question.
Oh? You need but
O que a
ask.
pai vai perguntar? Por que você usa a máscara? Você pode tirá-la para ver no seu rosto?
One wanders among mortals, doing good and cleansing evil. One reveals not one's
Que tipo de
visage
problemas?
to avoid further disturbance to this realm than is necessary.
Got it.
Pai,
Now
você
then,
entendeu?
what are your wishes?
Eu quero saber o que aconteceu com minha irmã. Eu quero obter o poder para lutar contra os deuses. Sobre minha irmã, ele não vai me contar, eu duvido.
Indeed, a great many obstacles may be overcome, given commensurate power. But one
Ué.
cannot but wonder, what grudge have you against the gods? So be it. This wish is not beyond one's power to grant. But first, one must see some proof of your faith.
Falta o quê?
What's that supposed to mean?
The way of the Adepti cannot be grasped from words alone. One must seek the profound truths that lie beyond them. Should you fail to perceive one's hidden meaning,
Será que é o Xiao, velho? Não
then
sei também.
regrettably, one may lend you no aid.
Isso que não seja, não.
What do we do? Paimon doesn't
Parece que
understand
precisamos
either,
dar algo
huh?
para ele. Ele quer mora.
Oh, that's right. Some of those believers mentioned that they had to pay a pretty sum for the Adeptus' help, didn't they?
Sim.
Paimon's not forking
Mas
over
a maioria dos adeptos não aceita a oferenda de comida?
You don't even have a vision.
A visão não é uma coisa que as pessoas possam vender. Isso é uma pena. Sim, isso sim, é uma pena.
Hey, why don't we make him a tasty snack? No one can resist the temptation
Bem,
of good
para
food.
Paimon é assim.
Can they? Yep, a tasty snack is sure to work. Why
Ele
don't
vai
we
querer
head over to
comida.
Online Bookhouse and see if they got any new recipes in?
Ele vai querer? Eu acho que ele não vai querer comida não, hein? Eu acho. Demora, né? Licença de planagem. É necessário passar em um teste para obter o planador. Ainda bem que eu não caí. Ali. Normalmente os adeptos pedem oferenda, né? Uma oferenda de dinheiro. Né?
So, you'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti?
É Jifeng, né? Jifeng.
Here, and keep the change.
Oh, aren't you generous? Thank you for your patronage.
Hey, isn't that, Star Snapper? What a coincidence running into him again.
É o ladrão de estrela. Será que é o destino divino? Não.
Did you hear the name of the book he just bought? Was it
Yaksha.
Yaksha's The Guardian
É
Adepti?
Yaksha. Não sei.
Well, anyway, it was definitely a book about the Adepti. Why would an Adepti...
Sempre pensei que ele era um pouco suspeito. Narcisista, não?
Really? What's so fishy about him?
Para que um adepto ia querer tanto dinheiro, acho que ele é um embusteiro. A marca dele é muito feia.
Huh. That's a good point. None of the other Adepti we've met seemed like they needed anything from anyone.
Tá pensando, pai?
Paimon thinks we should check out that book. Maybe we'll find out something about this guy that we can use.
Podemos encontrar. Vamos comprar o livro então?
Hey there, we'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian
Guardiões
Adepti.
do...
Do you have
Os
one in
guardiões, né? Adeptos.
Huh. Since when did that old chestnut become a bestseller? You're a rare breed of youngster if this is what you like to read. But you should be able to find a copy somewhere on that desk over there.
Uma prateleira. Ué. Aqui, já achei.
This is the one. Let's see what it's all about, shall we?
Tá. Meu Deus.
In ancient times, Liyue was a land of misery, where the shadow of evil loomed large. As slain gods festered, their vengeful wrath cursed the world, manifesting in infernal forms. When demons stirred, miasmas, monsters, and mutations infested the land. Then Rex Lapis summoned the Yakshas to vanquish the demons. They swore an oath: restore order through slaughter, purge evil through battle. To this we dedicate our lives. Eons of bloodshed later, karmic debt weighed upon them, phantom wrath seeping into their broken souls. They went mad with fear, turned on each other, or succumbed to the darkness. Of the 5 foremost Yakshas, death came to 3, while the 4th vanished, without a trace. In the millennia since, one conqueror of demons remains the sole surviving Yaksha in the mortal realm. And only on moonlit nights, in the glow from Guyon, and in the sound of the Dihua flute, is his memory preserved.
O Vente tá em todo lugar, né, velho? Rapaz. O Vente tá em todo lugar, velho.
This book is about the Yakshas, a group of adepti who defend Liyue. Seems like a pretty niche topic. Was there anything that stood out to you?
Sobre espíritos malignos, sobre o pecado último. É Yaksha, né? Não sei.
So, there used to be 5 main Yakshas, but supposedly only one of them is still alive today. Do you think that it could have anything to do with that Star Snatcher guy? No, surely not. He doesn't exactly give off the impression that he's been suffering for thousands of years.
É sobre espíritos malignos, sobre os pecados.
The book says that the wrathful spirits of the gods defeated during the Archon War can sometimes cause plagues, monsters, or mutations. All of which sound pretty horrendous. Hey, wait a second! Paimon wonders if... Do you think those super evil hilly churls we saw earlier were the mutations that the book's talking about?
Sobre o
The book
pecado.
says that the Yakshas, after fighting against the wrath of the gods for thousands of years, became bound by karma. Poisoned by the hateful thoughts of the gods, the Yakshas would often descend into indescribable fits of terror, rage, or agony. It's so tragic. After everything they went through in all of their years of protecting Liyue, they got no reward and had to deal with so much suffering instead.
Não tem nada de importante aqui.
Paimon thinks we've already summed up all the key points. So back to the matter at hand. The things we need answers on are 1, where did those super evil-looking hilly trolls come from? And 2, what does Star Snatcher have to do with the Yakshas, right?
Right.
Now to head back to where this all started and commence our investigation. Let's part the
Por que
fog of
precisamos seguir
mystery
tantas
and
pistas
cleanse
assim?
our
Realmente
dry past.
é muito
And
dramático,
let the
né?
truth shine through in its full glory. To be honest, Paimon actually hopes he is a real adeptus. His exorcism technique seemed real enough at least. But if we get our hopes up, there's further for them to come down. So it makes sense to investigate thoroughly first, just to be sure.
Pra ter certeza.
Let's head back to Wangshu Inn.
Vamos lá. No próximo, né? Nos vemos no próximo. Vamos pro albergue.